Hey guys, welcome back to Let's Play Nobunaga's Ambition, Sphere of Influence on the Mysterious JG. I've heard early reviews, even one in the comments of my own videos, which I didn't request, but it seems to be pretty well. Like, I'm getting some early insights on the next Nobunaga's Ambition game. Sounds like combat may be more interesting, which is nice. Combat's probably the weakest part of this game. But the domestics are a little more stripped down, which is unfortunate. I find the domestic part of the game pretty cool. And that's the thing I like most about Sphere of Influence as opposed to the other RTK and Nobunaga games. Taishi, I thought, had really dumbed down domestics, but really pretty fun and engaging combat. You could very easily lose if you weren't doing the... Like, you could win battles without having all of the troops, and you could lose battles where you had a troop advantage if you were just not being smart. This game, it's a lot harder to, like, really make up for a troop count difference. Anyway, if these guys... oh, that's right, it's a domestic turn. Excuse me, so I think we probably still can't do what I want to do here unless people are back early. Oh, these are the new officers, and they are better at this than this guy is. We'll leave him as overseer for now. Hold on. Alright, so we're going to get a workshop. We are going to get a... Oh, we've got an inn over here. No, we don't. We're going to get a fair so that we can go to that inn, which is what we should have been doing all along. And over here... No, go tea houses, raise innovation. I just can't have them. So we'll probably go with coin exchange. Yeah, coin exchange for sure, because we've got at least two different... this... I don't know what I'll do here. Could do agriculture. I think I definitely must have planned to have a cargoman here. I could do a cargoman here, or I could just do a conscript place that won't be improved by much. But this definitely needs to be a coin exchange and not other thing. It will take a minute, though. Yeah, we were getting an automated warning message from Grimmeth because we were building an inferior facility, but it's because I'm going on a different tech path. Here we've got... You know, it annoys me a bit when we get like a coin exchange improving a bunch of facilities where we don't have stuff yet, but it is what it is. Well, we got Ieyasu down here, and I know Colin hates Ieyasu. One of these days, man, I might be playing as the Tokugawa. I don't know what. You might special request a shaman as a character in another force, but I kept him in Hamamatsu because I'm kind of trying to keep him happy. It's dangerous to leave him there, but at the same time, I could see how Shingen would also think it was dangerous to make him move, because that might force him to rebel. Tokugawa, Hideyoshi, pretty shrewd man. I think Shingen would be better able to guard against Ieyasu. And of course, Ieyasu, not to put too fine a point on it, Ieyasu was a very loyal ally to Nobunaga for a long time. I don't think he would have quite the same personal loyalty to Shingen. So here's a decent officer. Well, I mean, he's kind of not that great with pole, but he would be an okay guy leading troops. Let's find somebody with a decent pole score. You are probably going to die. Because Yoshitatsu, not based on illness, he died. I don't think he died of illness. I think he died, maybe he did die of illness. He dies around this time, which is why he's probably not going to last much longer, regardless of stuff. You are already, let's see, but here's a guy with the best pole stats, and he's not already, unless he's already a lord, he is. Next best pole stats might be this guy, who is not already a lord. So we'll put him in charge, because he's not terrible. And hopefully that'll boost his loyalty enough that he won't just defect right away. This place is pretty close to maxing out its stuff. So if we got a guy with... Yeah, we'll get you over there. And we'll need a new overseer. Let's replace the person we just took from Lita Castle with somebody from Takato. Maybe we can get somebody else for, because we're going to need some really good talent for Gifu shortly. Oh, what the fuck? This city's maxed out, and I've got... You've got to be a created officer, yeah. I just forgot about... You've got a bunch of pretty damn good... We got Lita's grandma over here. And this city, I believe, doesn't even need an overseer anymore. Yeah, Natsuko Sasaki, I guess you're not active in the comments, but you are a created officer. You should have been asking a long time ago, where the fuck am I? I haven't showed up in like 100 videos. Daimyo, resident, castle lord, unchangeable. Well, I understand that. Oh, I did this wrong. Hold on. Yeah, Shingen's not moving, but it's just that there's people there, if like, even though they're not going to be fantastic at it, but I need some kind of ability to have something happen, I'll get some over there. All right, so we're gonna, yeah, like, okay, I don't know why, but we've got some great officers coming to Ogaki Castle. Who probably should have already been there, to be perfectly honest. It's March. We've got a... Oh, this is probably stupid, but... Oh, no, that's like a third of my food. I can't do that. I can't do that. This might be acceptable. And then buy kind of... I can't buy all the horsies, though. I gotta calm down a bit with the horsies.
Thank you for your patronage.
At Alice's restaurant. No, he didn't say you can have anything you want, so I don't get to say at Alice's restaurant. Gotta go Cargaman here, baby. This gives me maximum flexibility for throwing down all sorts of troop building structures. I'll never get them all built before we've won the game, most likely, but it should be my goal. Like, this place should be pumping out a massive fight, because it's going to be frontline anti-Uesugi Castle, and it has growth potential that Komoro and Kaizu just don't have. Now, this castle down here, they're not fully maxed out. Like, they do need an overseer to be doing things like just trying to increase. Okay, hit points. That'll be. Hold off on that, and there's nobody to do it here. Okay, yeah, they're working. I actually had enough to do everything, so we can confirm without me having to manually get in. Hopefully they're using their best overseer. They're using... No, let's change you now to one of the people who's actually here. Just because I'm worried. Like, it obviously is less effective, but I don't know if the actual work will get done if she's leaving during this turn. And even though I should have taken advantage of her being able to work it remotely while traveling, this means I don't have to change it on the next turn. No, I do still need to change it on the next turn, because I wouldn't want her to stay as overseer, most likely. So let's see. No, I can't. I should have left it. The computer won't let me select her now because she's leaving, so I messed that up. But I think it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Oh, we've got we do have people to hire now. One of which is okay at pole. The other one is like, he's kind of middling military officer, but we got new castles to survey. I'm not going to bother to get a twofer. I'll just have them all get sampled or checked out individually. Oh, damn it! This is annoying. Okay, once you get here, we need to pull somebody off to stop you from breaking this up. Because they're just going to be sending these little nuisance units to make things annoying for us. Alright. I don't want to lose the progress we have here. It may be too late to stop this from being a... No! This is going to be a 1 unit versus 1 unit battle that doesn't break the siege. Excellent. Because if I break the siege, I think that whole meter has to restart. Nagahide Niwa bringing more troops than we thought he was. Maybe worth trying to attack Gifu Castle now with some other units just to stop this from happening in the future. Try not to get snuck up on here. Alright, there he is. So this will keep us a little bit safe as we reposition.
Leave it to me.
And they are using sharpshooter, which is a good tactic for them to use in this situation. Let's charge him. We've lowered our speed, but we've got high defense. Let's get in there and see what we can do. That turns out to have been a good move. They were beating us with the ranged fighting. You know, I probably want to still stick with melee. I'm slowed, which is making that tricky. But we can charge again. Ride like the slowed wind. Yeah, charging when you've been slowed basically means you're making a normal speed melee attack, but you get all the other boosts. They're going for ranged attack bonuses when we're right in their fucking face.
We withdraw.
Alright, so we're going to want Colin to... He could just straight up march on Kujo Hachiman, actually.
Let us show them how we do battle.
That's a long, slow march for us.
We march.
I'm going to march you up here just in case these guys get cute. Try to pull something while we're away from our castle. And I think we're going to have Bobo stay on guard. And have... well, no. They might change their mind about things if Colin backs off. Since we have Going Stronger, Linoya Tribe has sworn allegiance to us. Okay, does that mean they automatically came into our fold without me asking, or just they've hit 100 and can't be changed? I don't know what Gifu has got left, but Agujo Hachiman, rather. Yeah, we knocked down those few troops before we attack. Oh. You're just hanging out here guarding your borders. Well, in that case, I'll just back off. If you're not going to attack and you're just sitting there, I can't actually get to my castle without attacking you, and I don't want to start a war. I was trying to keep you on your toes, so to speak. I think this is going to be useless sending him. I think they will finish here and be ready to assist before they get there. But yeah, we'll want to improve roads now around those new castles, and I don't think that's where POC comes from, but people keep trying to tell me about the different Northern England accents. I'm like, I can't even do American accents. Get off my back. The bastard pack is on your... His fans are on your bastard back about the accents. Gifu Castle surrounded by what? Over 9,000.
Here's last month's balance.
See, I know all the hip new internet memes that the kids are enjoying. Actually made more than we spent this time for once. Did sell some food.
Reporting in.
Gained the siege trait. It was a cinch. Growing stronger with every trial. That is Mikawa warrior. Discovered a specialty at Ogaki Castle. Although Mazuyuki, no great friend of Hanzo, could not find anything cool. Growing with every trial as Mikawa. Yeah, no, don't tell us what new skills you got. Just generically say how awesome you are. That's great. Spear wall trait. After much training, I've acquired various traits. Right before I die, after much study, he's gained traits. He's obtaining traits. Lots of people obtaining lots of traits. Sunpu Palace can expand. That is good news. Let's hop on that before we have a chance to forget about it. This is a very good castle, unsurprisingly, because it was the home base for the Imagawa clan. So it was pretty good. We're going to probably want a Kargam in here and then a conscripts here. But this is a temple complex. This is a special fair. Conscripts F, conscripts E. Oh, let's just put conscripts here. This, I could either do conscripts or I could probably do the coin exchange to boost agriculture. I could do commerce here and boost both of these. This would get boosted there, but the next thing to do is probably just to build conscripts. Oh, hold on a second. I should look at what am I trying to get as a... Sunpu Castle can build riding grounds. Let's see. It's got enough crops. It doesn't have enough conscripts. So my plans align. What I really want there is a riding grounds because that's good for horse production. And that's already what I would be leaning towards if I was just on my own devices, was more conscripts. So I think that takes it. Yeah, that takes us right there. Vulture Bobo is still at Sunpu Castle, eh? He's going to have to move up into... he will have to move... Sunpu Castle is what gave him this large army that he's able to play with. He's probably going to have to move closer to the front lines after we finish the Oda off. How many treasures we got? Just the one. I'm going to hold on to it. How's it going with the Imperials? It's taking a while. Yeah, they're just not building the same stuff I would build. Understandable, they're progressive, so there are certain things I kind of need to avoid that are, like, really appealing for them. I'll come back to that on the next turn. I'll use really slow do to get this started, so I've got my... I'll leave one to do, but I'll have my good guy that's actually good at being an overseer will default to being the overseer. Any other places add facilities than that one? No. Any of these infrastructure products ready to advance? We're holding here in the hopes that I can eventually get a facility. These are all in process, and I'm holding for a facility. This one's finished. We could... Any facilities that we could build here? Quite a few are possible. We might never reach what we need to do them. depot would be the most valuable, but we've got enough of everything, again, except conscripts. So we'll get a Bailey going here just because it increases horse attack. And there's a place where we have not been building up. These castles, it'll eventually be useful for them to have really high troop counts because eventually they will be marching north against the Uesugi. So I'll have these guys that are going to take a long time to get it done. But it's fine because it's a long-term project. And there's all of my food, or money, gone. So let's get to... Managed to use up all my labor, so... And was this the city where I had a bunch of people doing development work and I used it? No. That place where I held a decent overseer back is actually going to get to see them doing some overseeing. So that's good. I think we've got this one, and we will charge the walls afterwards, because without doing that, Colin, he will lose 24 troops, and therefore not have enough to finish this place off, I'm sure.
Follow my lead. Let us settle this.
He's lowering my speed. Well, I'm going to raise my speed,
To battle.
and then charge.
He shall end it.
Charging up a hill might not be that brilliant, but
Try to counter this.
oh, and I'm charging up a hill into sharpshooters. So this has really been not that good.
Run if you want.
This is kind of exactly what you shouldn't be doing with cavalry against Nobunaga. I'm using Katsuyori tactics here. We're winning! Nowhere near as well as we should be. We finally crested the damn hill. But no, that was not my best moment as a tactician in this game.
I'll end it with this.
'Cause they most certainly did more damage to me than I did to them.
Understood. Retreat.
But I would assume their troop count is now utterly depleted. And
Understood.
once all of the Oda castles are encircled, then their only hope is reinforcements. We seem to have stymied the Azai Asakura. They're hanging out here. They're not going to retreat while these guys are here, but they're not going to move against us. Bobo and Shaman combined are too much for them. They know it. We know it. Pulling up this unit with Masatoshi Hoshina was just a really good move. We may have timed this poorly, though. It might be that guys who are traveling from Gifu and retreating to Gujo Hachiman
Let us help.
become Ronin instead of being captured. I don't know how that's going to work. Maybe some of them will actually surrender to us even though Gujo Hachiman is still there. I kind of doubt it. We may have just messed up our capture of the Oda. Masatoshi Hoshina, whose troops have seen no combat, are actually the ones who get credit for taking Gifu Castle. That's kind of interesting. Since we have grown stronger, Nagakubo tribe has sworn allegiance to us. Gujo Hachiman Castle says they'll surrender. Never mind, I'm dumb. You don't get to... The officers... Ooh, no, I'm not dumb. If officers escaped Gifu Castle, Gujo Hachiman's morale went into the shitter when Gifu fell, which is why they fell so quickly. But I think it's entirely possible people escaped from Gifu and did not have time to get to Gujo Hachiman. We might have a bunch of the Oda officers I was so excited about getting
Enemy
as
officer apprehended.
as Ronin now, which would suck because you can't go seek them out to hire them. They just have to show up and offer their services in this game.
We're going back. Returning.
Return to violence.
Back to base. We're going home.
I think we can pull them back now. There's nothing.
Going back.
There's nothing for them to save. The Oda are done. We got the message. The weak crush the strong, or the strong crush the weak, or whatever it is. Like, we got the Oda clan is finished message. Kind of tempting while we're here to just take over Nagashima Castle, because I don't like it sitting there on our flank. Maybe we do that, actually.
Understood. Understood.
Who has the units? Who has the prisoners? It's probably, yeah, they gave Masa Toshi credit for the capture. So how many prisoners does he have? 3. Fuck. I'm pretty sure we just lost the Oda officer corps because I wanted to make sure Gujo Hachiman was surrounded quickly. 0 prisoners. 55 prisoners. Never mind. They all teleported to Gujo Hachiban Castle and were captured. I was really worried. I just kind of timed that in a way where I totally screwed myself, but it looks like it didn't work quite the way I thought it did. We'll let this turn end and call it a video. I'm shutting off my timer before the little alarm goes off. I don't usually use a timer with an audio indication, but I'm not using the same device that I usually use. Assuming these guys suddenly get froggy and attack, now we are going to actually chill out for a bit. We'll take Nagashima. It might be worth our while to butter up one of these clans so that there's not constantly reinforcing each other. Because we've got a lot of little... It's tough to plan an attack. In some ways, it's easier to plan an attack on a large opponent than it is to plan an attack on a small opponent when there's like a dozen different clans around it, and it's hard to keep straight who's allied with who and who's going to march out to support them. Because they're like, oh yeah, I got the Azai outnumbered 10-1, and then the Rokoku and Kitabatake. We're now close enough that we're going to be bringing out the Miyoshi, who are a long-term thorn in Nobunaga's side. And we're now, at this point, we've got Nobunaga's holdings, and we're moving on Kyoto. We've become the Oda as far as our immediate objectives go, with fewer threats to our east, because the Takeda were one of them. All right.
March.
Move these feet, everyone. Yeah, oh, they know we're attacking them, so they have deployed. Because I didn't just, like, park nearby and then go after them. I went directly there. So the AI has been informed that we're coming for them. Yeah, and they're backing off. They've had enough. They're even turning on each other. Now we got the Kitabatake fighting the Rokoku, which is good for us. We have no interest in those guys being friends at all. I guess this battle won't be outside of their castle, will it? Nope, he's getting back to his castle. I've gained the agility trait. Let the nation know my might. The rouse trait, politician trait. I've become a politician. I'm not a warrior. I'm a politician.
Let us begin the
Somebody asked where that was from, and I not only gave them the I couldn't put the link down because YouTube doesn't like that in comments, but I gave them the video title at a timestamp, so hopefully they check that out. It is from Let's Play Together, even though it's a one-player game, Metal Gear Solid. Me and Bobo, one of my favorite Let's Plays we've ever done. Seems a Ronin or two are in our lands. Maybe there's the guys that we were worried escaped. Some Sengoku guy. Yeah, this is an interesting thing that popped up in the new Nobunaga's Ambition games. There are policies you can do that will increase the loyalty of guys whose stats are over 200, but decrease the loyalty of guys whose stats are under 200. Now, 400 is the max statted out officer, so 200 is the natural level to be the midpoint between above average and below average. So you're above average Mike Sanders. Like, I hadn't really thought of it in those terms. But yeah, you can kind of eyeball and be like, this is a below average officer. His total stats are 10, 140, like 184 or so. Not good. Not terrible. He's not way below average, but he's below average in a game that gives you a lot of officers. He's got an awesome freaking outfit, though. All right, but that's going to be it for this video. When we come back next time, guys, we're going to be attacking this this temple here. Was another major thorn in Nobunaga's side. I'm going to knock it out early. I'm not going to let it hang out there just being in the way of Oda territory, which is now our territory. But this was a big video. We took out the Oda. The biggest threat left on the map are the Miyoshi and the Uesugi. The Uesugi, bigger threat militarily, but they're not in our way. We can kind of deal with them at our leisure. A major part of our march on the capital has been accomplished. Thanks for watching, guys. Catch you next time.